man, don't even matter. It's all right, man. So I'm just hopping on here. As you can see, background is hot mess. It is what it is. Man, we're going to get into this video here in a little bit. I'm just going to give it a little while before I start going into the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about today. It's just going to be like just spur of the moment, like in the moment, just chat, rant, whatever, some things that I just wanted talking about and open up questions to anybody that's here, whatever have you, if anybody. I'm just trying this out for the first time, see what happens. Mm, yeah. So, I don't know. This thing wasn't really supposed to start until 3:30. We still got like 3 minutes. So I guess, kill a little bit of time. We'll do some little small talk, small chit chat until I get into the topic of whatever, man. Woo, woo, woo. Anybody like drinking these things? I don't think they're necessarily healthy, but they sure do taste good and they give you a lot of energy. But if you're sensitive to caffeine or whatever, you probably should like stay away or only drink like maybe four of this. It's packed with 200 milligrams of caffeine. I think it is a very great product that Gatorade came out with. I like using it for all different occasions. Uh, Late night working on some eBay business, working on some new things that I'm going to be getting into in a minute, and working out. If you work out, that's a nice little pick me up, whatever, what have you. This, that, and the other. All right. What is this? New managing monitor support your channel in even more ways. Introducing managing moderators. These users have the same capabilities and standard moderation. Uh, I'll get into that in another time. Learn some more about that. Whatever. Remember the guide to privacy. Blah blah blah. Yeah, man, it looks like it's about that time. So yeah, man, it's been a while since I even made a video or even hopped on YouTube or anything of that nature. I mean, a part of me kind of felt like, um, by me being a new YouTuber, whatever, what have you, I just kind of like felt like I just like make these videos and Like I try to do all like this pre-planning and this, that, and the other, and uh, I'm trying to figure out like editing and keywords and all of that stuff. And it's like I put all this energy and time into it. And as you can see, you see my channel, I mean, when you only get like 10 views, 11 views, probably, well, I don't know, probably like the highest uh view view count on any video was probably like 17 uh views or whatever. I don't know. To me, it's kind of like I don't know. It kind of I guess it kind of like discouraged me a little bit, but I watch other YouTube channels and everything like that, and they kind of like what they were saying is like, your channel doesn't really start like really uh, getting any traction until you at least put out like a certain amount of videos and this, that, and the other. And I've heard other channels like, yeah, if you do reels really work really well and things of that nature. But I mean, if I'm gonna have a real deal conversation and try to connect with somebody, I'm gonna need more than 50 seconds. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I just like what what can I possibly do in 50 seconds? Like what? I don't know. I just like I don't know. Maybe as time goes on, I'll start being able to do some reels that's really engaging, that really sets out a good amount of value in like 50 seconds. But right now, it's like it's kind of hard for me to wrap my mind around that kind of stuff, you know, because I have a need to like have a conversation. And this, as a new YouTuber, I'm still working with just like talking and no response. Like I'm just like talking, but nobody's talking back. So it still feels a little bit weird for me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, back to the expectations of, I think the reason is my expectations is probably not in touch with reality. You know what I mean? Because the reality of it is, for any channel to really, really build, it takes time. And although I've been reselling for quite a while and I have quite a bit of knowledge, not saying that I know everything there is to know, but I know enough to make money. So that's the reason why I started this whole channel to begin with, is to kind of like help people be able to start something on the side, maybe make a few extra bucks here and there, because sometimes like even an extra 30 or 40 bucks a week is not a whole lot of money. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, if you got a job and you got to go back and forth to work, that extra 20, 30 bucks, you know what I'm saying? You sold some rent that you get from selling some random stuff around the house, that can help you out with gas so you can get through, and you don't have to talk to your boy and say, hey man, Tom, man, I borrowed 20, 30 bucks. Jesus Christ, Richard. Another time every week, what are you doing with your money? You know, But what you fail to tell them is like, hey, I'll be going out on the weekends drinking, or this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? So that could, this kind of thing can kind of like help with that kind of thing. You know what I mean? You may want to go out on a date, whatever, whatever. This little side little thing, selling little stuff around the house can help you out, and blah blah that. But besides all of that, we're going to talk about the real deal reason of what's been really been going on. All right, like as I told you before, I've been struggling with the whole starting point of going back and forth with myself of feeling like I'm doing all of this for basically nothing. Is no one's really watching. But then I thought to myself, it's like it's gonna take some time. I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. And also, once I got past that point of fighting with myself about creating or wanting to create content, I also has been dealing with, you know, my reselling business in general. You know what I mean? And as you may have heard of, like if you watch any of my videos or any on my channel, or you pay attention to the very last video I made a video called my sales are down 50% or something like that. Well, at that time it was like 50%. It dropped down to 50%. But as time went on, it got a lot worse. A lot of things, I think, in my opinion, has really changed. There's a lot of different things that's been going on with the economy, and the economy is uh, still in a really awkward and very difficult situation. I mean, if anybody that's out here living and breathing and paying bills and living life like how I'm living life, they pretty much agree that the economy is pretty tight, pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different things going on with inflation and this, that, and the other. And like I said in my other videos, you know, if you're selling in a particular category that isn't really doing well, that particular category, market, whatever you want to call it, starts to fall off, it may be a good idea to switch. Well, my friends, I've done just that. I've practiced what I preach because I'm still selling clothes and shoes. As you can see, I got shoes in the background. Probably a lot of them shoes are still the same shoes from like months ago. They just haven't moved. They're just sitting there. So, I practice what I preach. I've had to make some major adjustments in my whole reselling operation. Period. A lot of adjustments. You know what I mean? So, needless to say, I have been a very busy guy. You know what I mean? And with my channel being where it is, and I don't have a whole lot of followers, and I don't have a whole lot of subscribers and people that's looking forward to my videos, so to speak. So it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't have that you know what I mean, that accountability, that accountability. There is no one uh looking forward to my content because no, I don't have that many subscribers. So I was like, I figured, well, I don't have that many subscribers that's looking forward to my content. But wait a minute, I do have some. That's the part that I wasn't, that expectation thing again. And I'm completely sorry for the very few people that have subscribed to my channel that may have been like, hey, what's going on? Is this guy's gonna make any more content or work? You know what I'm saying? What is this guy doing? You know? Well, I'm here. I'm gonna apologize to you. I'm gonna continue on plugging away from this day forward, uh, trying to come up with put out some sort of content. We're gonna try to start off a little bit slow, baby steps, because I am trying to do a lot of different things here as far as you know, my personal life, my business life. A lot of things have been going on as far as like my personal life and in my business. Things have been changing every which way, and I'm just trying to keep ahead of the game and trying to stay up to date and stay on top of everything that's going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, now that that's said, back to why I've been gone. I keep I keep going off the subject here, and I don't mean to, but it's just a lot of different things that lead up. Okay, so that's reason number one. Number two reason why I've been going, like I said, is I really, really, really changed my whole thing, and now I've gotten to the point now I no longer uh, really thrift anymore. I have I haven't been thrifting or garage selling or any of that nature because I kind of like have backed off clothing. I've made that pivot and I've transitioned from clothing and shoes more towards hard goods. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to work more on being on social media and trying to be active and all of those different things. So there's been a lot been going on. So and the reason why I backed off from thrifting clothing and shoes, I mean, like I said before, that particular category has really rent down the tubes for me. So basically, I have took all of my clothing that was on the shelving units that's been taking up all of the space in my area, and I have taken them out and I've gathered them all together. They're still organized, but I put all of those clothings and I pretty much packed them up in boxes and just kind of like just pushed them all to the side, to the corner somewhere, And I have sold a few pieces here and there, but nevertheless, it doesn't justify them taking up the amount of space for the transition that I have made. So now I still have the clothing store, but I haven't really been paying attention to it. You know what I mean? I've been doing the cross listing thing, from Poshmark, Macari, and eBay, so to speak, and this, that, and the other. And also, like I said, I know I in my other videos I did mention Amazon. Well, I got a little issue going on with Amazon. Well, it's just kind of like this. They kicked me off. Let's just keep it short, sweet, and simple. They kicked me off of the platform. They have deactivated my account. Uh, the thing you have to understand about Amazon is during these times I've noticed a lot of the larger companies are really, really trying to kick the small guys out. They're trying to bully the small guys more and more. I see more and more of these bigger companies bullying the small guys in this whole reselling thing. And so basically that was pretty much that has happened to me, is like they pretty much just bully me off, because the larger companies, if they don't want you selling their product, you're not selling their product. And they'll put in uh, counterfeit claims, even though they don't even see your product. And Amazon will honor their claim and put that strike on your account, stating that you're selling counterfeit items. I'm like, wait a minute. Who's going to counterfeit a brand that nobody really knows about? So you got these little private label brands that are starting to gain a little traction, but they're only known on Amazon. You know what I mean? You got these little small brands, and what they'll do is they'll go see that your listing is on there, because everybody's listing on the same listing. So they'll see your name. They'll tell Amazon, hey, uh, his item's counterfeit, and that's that. And like, if you try to plead your case on Amazon, you can't call nobody. Number one, you can only email back and forth. Well, you gotta have this, and this. You gotta have invoices, and a lot of the time you can have these invoices, and Amazon will still not honor your invoices. I have legit wholesaler accounts that I've dealt with and I've gotten things from, and they'll still, yet and still, they wouldn't honor it. So after a few times of that, they pretty much said, hey, they sent me an email uh out of the blue. I think it was like on a Thursday or Friday or whatever. They was like, well, since you haven't appealed to this case, you're gonna have 72 hours, your account will be deactivated. So I'm just like, I'm like, okay. I mean, because, and this is the reason why I say utilize multiple platforms, so that way you're not overly stressed. I'm not overly stressed because Amazon was not the breadwinner. I mean, don't get me wrong. I pulled in maybe like a couple of stacks a month, uh, selling on there, but they still not they still wasn't like the bread and butter of of my income. So yeah, could I try to go fight it? But I don't have the time, nor am I about to go to court, and I'm not about to do. I'm not. It's not worth it for me to go through all that for that account. You know what I mean? I'll see if it was different, like if it was my main bread and butter, and it was really, and I was really bringing in a whole bunch of money, and that's all I had to take care of my family and this, that, and the other. Now I can get with those guys that want to fight for their account when they get deactivated. But for me, it ain't nowhere even close. I mean, $2,000, I just add another side hustle, whatever, and patch that up. That's not enough. That's not enough money for me to be trying to fight over this account, fight over this situation with. So there's that. So what I've pretty much decided to do is I decided, well, hell, what can I lose? How about building me a Shopify store? You know what I mean? So that's another thing that I've been working on. I think I mentioned that in the past. Uh, Shopify being another avenue, but Shopify has been very difficult. As you know, as far as like getting sales on there and this, that, and the other. It's you know what I mean, it's a work in progress. I have been making a few sales on there, and I haven't been making. I mean, it's been like, well, it's only been like 1 month, so it's been like the first month. You know what I mean? I mean, to be totally transparent, I've only made like a couple of $100 a month off of it, but that couple of $100 a month, even though it's very small, that shows me that it can grow into something. You know what I mean? So all I have to do is just keep sticking with it, and everything like that. So that's I've been really working on that, building that alongside eBay and some other things that I've been doing. So my time is kind of like being limited, so to speak. This is probably like the first time in a while that I've actually had some time to where I could just hop on and just kind of like just check. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know. I just kind of like just I just want to do a video, just be just transparent, authentic, and just chit chat, talk it just like how I would talk it to like a buddy of mine or a friend of mine. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what this is all about today. It's pretty much me just talking and just like kind of like getting my ideas, my thoughts, and my opinions, and kind of like just my feelings and everything out, and things that I want to talk about and say, and just really just do the dang on thing, and just be a freaking person, not trying to like follow some type of trend, like, oh, what so let's do a what so video, or this type of video or that type of video. This is just a flat out plain out me video. You know what I mean? Just me, like, in the flesh, live. There's going to be no editing. There's going to be no fancy tricks. There's not going to be any links. There's not going to be any of this, that, the other. It ain't going to be nothing. It's just going to be me freaking talking. That's just it. All right. So, yeah. So, Shopify, I've been working on my own website and everything like that. But I also been, what I'm saying, been doing like some researching and studying and this, that, and the other. And this goes into my thoughts and my opinion category because my thoughts and my opinion about reselling and taking a turn is it's about uh, everything is about social proof. So meaning like you have to have some type of social presence these days. That's what it seems like. It seems like you have to have some sort of social presence, whether you're on TikTok, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever. You it's getting to the point. This is where we're moving towards, and I feel like if you don't have some type of social presence on social media or anything like that, you're just kind of like get left in whatever. Like there, you really don't get no type of exposure. You don't build that trustworthiness, like especially like if uh you're trying to build a Shopify store like how I have, um, you're gonna get traffic either one or two ways, and I picked up very quickly that you're either going to pay for traffic or you're not going to pay for traffic. Okay, you're going to pay for traffic one or two ways. Either you're going to pay with money or you're going to pay with time, or a combination or both. Money and time. Money and time is the way to get traffic. And meaning when I say time to get traffic, we're talking social media. There's going to be has to be some posts. You're going to have to create some content. You're going to have to really dive in deep with the social media aspect. So since I started this channel, I just feel like there's no quitting. There's no quitting at this point. I mean, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to keep on pushing and pushing, adding value as much as I can, help people out because I do want to help people out. Because if the way I see it, the more people that's out here that's finding a different way to make extra money, this, that, and the other, that helps out the the rotation of things because everything's gonna freaking crash and burn if no one have any extra cash to spend on things besides their bills. What do you think is gonna happen? How is these places that you like to shop with gonna stay alive? How are businesses gonna stay alive? You know what I mean? Like we already seen, you know, with this type of situation going on with the economy, you know, I mean the government wants to stop everybody from spending money, but at the same time, If everybody just stopped spending money on things, how are the businesses are going to survive? If businesses are not surviving, then there's no place for people to shop. Like, like you can look at the malls and things. Where are people going to go and shop to get clothing and stuff like that? Thrift stores and online, right? But here's the thing. Here's another reason why uh, I think clothing sales went down, because people have been, I think, this is my opinion now, I really, really think people have been like flocking quite a bit towards uh, video sales. Like, you know what I mean? Holding things up, bang, bang, bang. I got this okay, say I got this Echo shirt here, this for sale. Bam, bam. Here, you can get this Echo shirt here, $5. Okay, cool, bam. Grab another piece of clothing, you know what I'm saying? Grab some shoes or something like this. Boom, I got these Pumas right here. They've been worn, they've used a little bit, but they good to go. Come on, $5. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I think a lot of there's been a lot of that going on, and with the people that's going to win that battle is the people that's got a presence. It goes back to that social media thing that I talked about. You know what I'm saying? And those people that are really, really high up on the YouTube exposure list, those are the people that's going to be selling all of these used clothing. They're going to be selling most of the used clothing. And since it's like a more engaging type of social aspect, much more social an aspect, it makes it a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more fun for people to hop on there and shop and this, that, and the other, and to buy things. So, you know, that's the thing that I think. I think people are kind of like moving more towards whatnot versus uh buying stuff on eBay at, you know, $20 plus 9.99 in shipping, or $30 or $40. You know what I mean? Because one is more entertaining, and two, it's it's more affordable. Now the people that are selling things on TikTok are not selling it at eBay prices. You know what I mean? They're probably selling it as like maybe like half, or probably maybe even a fourth of eBay prices. Well, people are starting to catch on to that. It's like, hey, I could go and get things that I want for half or the fourth of the price that I get on eBay. So I think that's probably another reason why. And another reason that um I haven't been selling a lot is because I'm kind of like stubborn. I refuse to like uh bottom out my prices. You know what I mean? I just kind of like refuse to race to the bottom. I much rather push that stuff to the side and hold on to it and see if the market change or increase or whatever, or I can run a sale and maybe make a decent offer on it, You know what I mean? Without like lowballing the hell out of myself and ignoring the amount of work that I put in to find the quality stuff that I did find. You know what I mean? It's like I think a lot of resellers are forgetting. They're really forgetting about the amount of blood, sweat, and tears that they put in. They're kind of like, you know, either they really enjoy shopping, so they don't see that as work. So they may not see sourcing as work. You know what I mean? So you got some that's really like that. I'm not really a huge shopper. You know what I mean? I'm not your type of person. I don't want to spend 4 and 5 hours shopping for nothing. For nothing. I don't want, like, even for my own self. I just want to go in, get what the hell I'm looking for, and that's it. You know what I mean? If I'm looking for a T-shirt, I'm like, okay, I like that T-shirt. If that's my size, okay, boom. You know what I mean? That's it. Like I don't like like going to the thrift store and trying to find profitable items is to me is rather nerve wracking. You know what I mean? I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out which is more. Which do I prefer more, listing or shopping? Maybe you guys put a comment down in the chat or whatever if you guys are a reseller yourself and tell me which one you guys prefer more. Do you guys prefer listing or do you guys prefer shopping? To me, I almost prefer listing almost. I don't know. And I've been to the bins and this, that, and the other, and I don't like the thing. I'm gonna tell you about the bins. Now the bins are okay. You can go there and you can find some really profitable things. But what I don't like about going to the bins is I have a huge issue with people all up in my space. I don't want nobody right here or right here. Or I don't want to feel someone's hot breath on my neck, you know? And I don't want people bumping into me, brushing, trying to get whatever. I don't want people throwing stuff at me. Like I mean, people that's in those bins are like they're like out of control. You know what I mean? And I've been there a few times, and I was like, man, I'm gonna wind up getting in trouble because like people are like freaking throwing things. They're not paying attention to where they're throwing. They're throwing things. They're like throwing stuff on top. You're reaching in the bin. They're throwing stuff on top of your hand. Like, dude, why don't freaking be throwing stuff all like that? And like, get the frick away from me. Don't get all up on me. You know, that's how I be feeling. So I was like, I've been to the bins maybe 7 or 8 times, maybe at the most. Like I don't, I just quit going to bins. And then when COVID came out, like I really kind of like, man, I ain't going no damn bins. Even though I'm vaccinated, I'm like, I ain't fooling with that, you know, this, that, and the other. So yeah, I mean that's where I'm at. I have basically switched everything out. I cleared up all my shelves and freed up all the bins that I had, and I started putting hard goods in the bins. And I'm working on a new Shopify store. If you guys want to check it out. It's optimdeals.net. Yes, I am that dude behind Optim Deals. Optimdeals.net. You can follow Optim Deals. You can find me, find Optim Deals on Facebook. You can find it on Instagram. You can also find on Twitter and also on TikTok. So you guys watch this video and you want to check out uh, what I'm selling, this, that, and the other, and see what the store looks like and everything like that. You can just type in Optimum Deals. Even on eBay, you can check it out. It's Optum slash with a slash and deals on eBay. It's Optic slash deals that on eBay. But other than that, that's what I've been working on and this, that, and the other. So yeah, I ain't gonna spend too much time on here. You know, I'm already 46 minutes in on this thing, and I ain't gonna waste too much time considering the fact nobody's really watching it. So I said, anyway, that's what it is. That's what's been going on, guys. If you watch this video, you know the deal. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button. Uh, Also, subscribe, comment. Any comments, you can still comment. I'm going to leave comments open on the replay. So if you want to do so, comment, like, share, whatever have you. I'm out of here.